Welcome to sunny Jacksonville, Florida, here at the UNF Softball Complex as we get you ready for North Florida and number 13th ranked Arkansas. Both teams 28-plus wins on the year. Both teams coming off series victories in conference play over the weekend. It was just yesterday we were here for the Ospreys, their sweep, a run rule over Stetson. Richard Miller alongside game Sabrina. So they go lefty batters for the first two. This one will be choppered to our other impact player over first base and safe as Reagan Johnson beats it out, the junior center fielder. Off the plate, taking off. And again, you blink and you miss her. For Reagan Johnson, another stolen base. That's 16 on the year. She's only been caught stealing. Also very good at walking, just a patient hitter. This one a slow roller over to second, and again, Arkansas will beat it out. And just that 1-1 pitch for Ellis, takes a strike, taking off, and an easy bag for Kramer. And 2 runs scored for Ellis. Full count here. Pitch from Ponick. And a ball there, and Ellis is going to take her base. McDowell facing Ponick as this one will beat a short. Vogel coming on home. Woods will get it. And, of course, the runner there, Reagan Johnson, with the speed is going to beat it out. And so Arkansas striking first here on this Monday evening.
Right fielder, number 46, Kaylee Wyckoff.
She hits that right into the ground for a quick ground ball, and then you kind of see her try to throw it to home.
Seems like everybody on this team on base percentage is 350 or better. This one a flare. It'll be to second behind the bag for Lauren Brock.
Drive the ball as far as she can.
She'll swing at this one as it rolls to second. Ospreys looking for the double play ball. Scoring is going to be Kramer. Coming in will be Ellis after the Ospreys tried to turn 2. They do get the force out at second, though. And Arijo is going to be safe.
I think that was the right play there to try to get the double out just so you can kind of minimize the damage here. And you see the quick roll over to second, but then
Davison. This one's sliced up. It'll be Brock over there roaming around. Tough ball, especially with some of that wind pushing out towards the beaches area. But Brock secures it. Just something you always remember.
She will.
Has appeared twice against the Gators over the weekend. Started one of the games in 3 innings. Lauren Brock. And quickly there for Arkansas is McDowell, the third. The senior hitting .393. And swings. This one is going to be to left field, and a 1 pitch out to the warning track, and the fly out to Reagan Kramer. Caravaca in game 1 on Saturday hit a 3-run homer. Reaches for this one. Again, it'll be over at third. This time playing back a little bit, and a good ground ball. McDowell.
Home, I think, is a great sign for their season.
As this one will go to the grass, and again, Lauren Brock is there with the shades off. And North saw over the weekend consistently against the Hatters. Kennedy Miller, 1 pitch, and this one over to right field, and it'll go to the wall. She'll have herself a stand-up double there, and that one wasting no time did Kennedy. So with Miller on at second, 1 down, back to the top. Here's center fielder Reagan Johnson. Started the party in the first as this one goes off of Ponick's chest, and that bunt tough as first and second. Moving down the order, and this one well struck. Again, this one will go to the wall. Kramer's going to have herself a double, and an RBI to bring in Miller, and Johnson with that track speed. Incredibly quick slides on in, dirties up the uniform.
These long hits are just what the Razorbacks need to get these girls home because of that speed they have.
Right out to the wall for Marley Nagy. On their 5th batter this inning. A 3-2 delivery. Almost similar spot on the pitch that walked Ellis the first time, and she'll win team. McDowell. This one will be to the outfield, and it's over there for Nagy, tagging and heading to third. Ponick. Second pitch in this at-bat. And taking off, and it'll be Ellis who takes second base, just her 3rd. 3-1 incoming. Wyckoff. This one will be over to left field for Shawrocki, and the fly out right there as the Ospreys.
Yeah, she's doing amazing, even though she's just a freshman.
Here's Shawrocki over to third base. It's been the story thus far defensively. It's been Ella McDowell seeing her 3rd ground ball. Singles. Also was hit by a pitch. Just underneath the glove of the pitcher, Rijo is there for a good play by the shortstop. Another ground ball from Peyton Burnham. On a payoff pitch. Comes in for a strike. Reichert was stunned by that. Thought it missed. Talks to the home plate umpire. It's an RBI and a fielder's choice for her. This one over to first as Kirsten Caravaca is there for the first out, and Cameron Ponick loves that. Gave her a very definitive. Davison trying to keep up that little hot stretch of hitting, and she'll take right there for a ball. Instead of going after it, clearly learned what she did in the first time of Ratcliffe, and she laces this one over into right field for a base knock, and Davison is going to hold up there. So 1st and 2nd. Ratcliffe got their 5th hit. And this one will be popped up. It's over to the shortstop, and Kelsey Vogel into the grass there for a nice play. Has a 7-game hit streak on a 1-1 pitch. This one will be to center. It's going to drop for a base knock right there, her 2nd of the game. McCarthy throws it home, but Davison slides in before there's any play.
Great hit, just out of range for center field to get to. And then she tries to throw it home, but they have some speed on this team, so sometimes there's like no chance.
We go from one Reagan to the next. Here's Kramer. This one will be a light pop-up, and there it is for Lauren Brock right there. So 3 base runners, a couple of base knocks by Ratcliffe. Woods. Seemed like all weekend she was a guaranteed extra base hit. This is going to drop with some spin. Woods is going to be over at first base with an infield at bat we saw from the Ospreys to end the 2nd inning. Two, and there's a strikeout. Her 2nd of the game for Peyton Burnham in pitch selection. She's had the single. She's been the lone base runner, still over at first. McCarthy will swing and miss, and immediately Burnham points at her catcher Miller for the good setup there, and is rooting her on for these home games. This one will be into center. It drops there in the grass. A tough ball. Thought for a second Davison was going to maybe get that right on the fringe.
Yes,
they were kind of tough.
Yes, I think it took them a moment to kind of see.
And high heat from Peyton Burnham, gets a strikeout against Benning and lets out a big yell. 36 walks, leads the team. 3-2. This one down over that 3rd baseline for Ellis. Will hold on up, dive back into first. And looked like it just glanced off field just 2 innings ago. This one well struck, could be over the glove of Vogel into the gap. And she's going to have herself 2 bags. And holding up over at 3rd base will be Casey Wood. And another extra base hit for a top freshman coming out of high school. 3-1. This one will be out for Artema there in right center. Coming in and moving a runner over. So Wood back in the first inning. The Razorbacks, they've scored in all 4 innings now. 1-1 pitch from Connor, and that'll get the right arm of Rijo. For Arkansas, first and third now. I'd still be on the floor.
You'd be crying probably.
Oh yeah, yes.
Not to call you out, but
yeah, no. I mean, if a Pixar movie's on, I'm weeping. Davison with the big cut, 0-1. He had earlier against the starter Cameron Ponick. Connor, this one way up in the sky, as this will be into left field, and they won't test the arm of Grayshaw Rocky on the flyout. Facing Connor for the first time. This one hard hit over to third, and the play over to first there by Hadley Reichert, tagging third just for the next couple batters in this inning. Caravaca. This will be Rijo, and a shortstop with a routine ground ball. 2 hits by the Ospreys, Brock and Woods, both in the third. Another 1-2 pitch. This one will be again to the shortstop, as another good play there as Rijo makes it back-to-back for 2. Vogel hitting .336, 10 multi-hit games. This one over to first, and it goes off the glove there and safe. And you can see over at first base as Bree Ellis says, that's on me.
She hit it kind of right at her, and she bobbled it out. Just a bad bounce there.
And so the Ospreys get Vogel on. Has a hit in 6 of her last 7 games. Trying to continue that. This one moving in and goes off the glove there of McDowell. A grimace on her face. I think she may have had a chance at it. Moving in, and it looked maybe for a second, just took her eye off the ball.
Here, she hit it right into the ground, popped it up, and I think she was thinking she should have maybe dove for it, or she just took her eye off the ball, it looks like there.
And this one's going to be hard hit, but a line drive out there to center field for Reagan Johnson. So the Ospreys able to get 3 Arkansas's had today. North Florida's been held to 3 hits. This one backhanded and again goes off the glove, and that's been more the storyline these last couple of frames of the infielders. And batting .370 now. This one over the glove of Connor, looking to turn it, and they'll just get the force out there at second.
She barely had to move for that one.
Yeah, truthfully.
Johnson there, very ready to go. She's got her kind of trackish start.
She's going to take off right away, dives on in, and beat it by maybe about a full arm's length.
The speed she has is insane.
Razorbacks, crazy. They've won 17 of their last 19 road series and SEC play. And a walk as it comes too far inside. Kramer will take a race. And 2-1 the first 3 batters. Ellis, this one just over the shoulder of Reichert into left field, coming in to score, and she is super speedy as Johnson to make it 8-0.
Of course, with a hit like this, it makes it past that third baseman there. Johnson knows she's ready to go home.
Dowell, the freshman. This one's going to be out there for Artema, and it goes off of her arm. And coming on in and plating another run, there's going to be Reagan Kramer. You can see by just some of the players' hair that wind is really starting to pick up as we have potential weather in the forecast coming soon.
Yes, fielding these balls, it must be much harder to track out there the further it gets up.
As it brought in the pinch runner, Casey Wood. 1-1, reaching for this. And it's going to drop over in the grass in left field for a base knock. And Harrison, payoff pitch, will take and walk. And with Ellis plating a run, scores now 10. Another freshman in this lineup. Pinch hit opportunity. As this one hard hit, it's going to find the grass and roll to the wall once again. It'll bring in at least 2 Razorbacks, and she'll have herself a 2-run double. And the freshman with a good piece of hitting. And nearly clears the bases.
Yeah, she really turns her hips, getting that power behind the bat there. And as you see, makes it all the way out to that.
87.
Wow. That's an insane statistic.
This one will stay in the infield. Underneath it, there is Kelsey Vogel.
The catcher, number 17.
We return to her. Catcher. Reached on an error. This one will be over to right field, and this one again to the wall. That's been the story for the Razorbacks. Some hard hit balls, and they keep on adding more and more coming on home. Miller, a well-struck, good swing. She had the double earlier, and it was almost a little reminiscent, just a little farther to the right.
Yeah, she hit her around.
Not peg her as a freshman at all. 2-2 count. Swings on this one. Popped up. It'll be over to third base for Hadley Reichert. You can see how tricky that wind is, but for Arkansas. 2-1 from King. This one over to third. McDowell. And the scoop and throw for the first out. How are y'all? Great to see you. Are they waving at us? 1-2 pitch. Artema, this will stay in the infield as McDowell has just been covering a lot of ground over there at third base. For Jones this year, we've seen her as a pinch runner, 7 runs scored. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it as King gets a strikeout there. And for the Razorbacks, another tally in the win column for a very good program. 29th win of the year. Lexi King ends it with a strikeout as North Florida held just to 3 hits in this game. A very strong outing from Arkansas, and really top to bottom, Sabrina saw today why the Razorbacks have become such a good program.
Definitely. You can see that their defense was solid, their hitting was solid, and their pitching was solid, which is all you can really ask for. And that makes them for a well-rounded team, and they can face just about anybody.
Yeah, it's coming up. They'll have South Carolina, always a tough stretch when you get in that second half of conference play.